Alright, looks like we are finally heading towards Diamond City.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here, for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Fuck off, Sasuke.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out.
Hello there.
You want into Diamond City, right?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
You know, I loved her...
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
Yeah, I liked her emotions there, but the smile fucking was creepy as fuck.
I don't take orders from you.
Whoa, take it easy. Yikes.
Yeah, that smile. What the fuck?
Come along whenever you're ready.
I do think that was funny, though.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer?
Oh, don't bring me into this.
Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
You were a jerk, right? You know, that means we're all about fake news.
Newspapers just like to stir up trouble.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money, settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
Oh, I gotta say you're full of it.
This hasn't been the friendliest welcome.
He's got you there, McDonough. Guess not everyone gets won over by that shark smile of yours.
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Well then, definitely,
Just looking for something?
Oh, what is it you're looking for?
My son, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing? Oh, you hear that, McDonough? What's Diamond City Security doing to help this man, huh? This isn't the first missing persons report to come through here, and now we have an infant who's been taken?
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
yeah, let's find out who can help, because that's what I want to hear.
Well, sure. And a mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen, Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes
This is the wrong
in tracking people
thing.
down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help? I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security never investigates
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
I didn't like that hand motion. That looks like she was like looking at me and she's like, I've got you by the balls. Like, ugh. Made me clench.
Officer?
Head on inside.
Interesting.
Hey, Sullivan.
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
I'm saying not my fault.
I was just standing there.
Yeah, that's usually the case with Piper. Someone stands there and she talks. I'd be sick of her by now if she weren't so damn fearless. Kinda rubs off on you. Anyway, welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
Alright, well, thank you, Danny. Alright, so now we get to head into Diamond City. Anything over here? Of course not. If anybody hadn't checked that fucking cash register, I'd actually be a little upset. And this, everybody, is Diamond City. So yeah, that was Piper. She's the little news reporter. She definitely seems like she's trying to stir up shit, but fuck.
Like humans here.
Yeah, thanks, Strong. You really ruined this nice moment of Diamond City. This is probably the megaton of the game. It's a very open area, a lot of good places to go here. Oh,
Hey, kiddo. How are the papers?
I hate these pauses between them talking. It really bothers me.
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper?
You're not even gonna fucking tell her? Well, how are you, Nat?
Piper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
What?
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, mister? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
I'll say I believe her just because I want more information. Actually, no, we'll say who's missing.
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister.
Ooh, Synthetic Truth. So that's actually if I remember correctly, that is one of their news articles. I don't think they have a bunch, sadly. You know, after playing Red Dead, you think maybe they'd have more of these things. Here we go. October 2287, 2287, The Synthetic Truth, Piper Wright. Noodles, we all eat them, we all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodle has supplied sustenance for the past 15 years from the... God, I don't like these words. The stilted mechanical candidates Takahashi, programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl to the scalding tang of each delicious mouth. The ordering and eating of noodles is one of the many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by the very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night just after 5 p.m. enjoying a dinner. I had so many of these times before, but that's when I noticed that our very own Mayor, McDonald, saddle up to the stool and engage in a very same ritual, right-handed, extending, mouth-opening, teeth-chewing, yes, eating the noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago on an uncharacteristically, sorry, I'm not good at reading shit. Warm May evening in 2229 as they sat around the very same counter, but that was before the day of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bars served not noodles but ice cold Nuka-Colas, froth beers, and stiff shot whiskeys. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experience of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city ghoul residents certainly should have, had they not been forcefully removed thanks to Mayor McDonald's anti-cool degree of 2,282. I never read this before, so yes, there. I was like, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any ghouls here. But anyway, but there's one person among who does remember distinctly the events that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in Public Occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the walls, we all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you, that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter what did matter, was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word and hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening, and then the moment when things turned sinister and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed, we'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant, and then his cheek started twitching. Kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry the Barm right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casual as if he were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never stopped twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose, and after that, what Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time the Institute, the shadowy, scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into the true synthetic humans, synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter had kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards just put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and as he laid there, dead, crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. That was one of them early synths, you see, as we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there, the Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why synths known as Mr. Carter went on a killing spree. Some suggested he'd somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, but wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he was simply manufactured, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were and still are a complete mystery, using a model of synths even less advanced than the ones that Institute has in service today. Which bring us to the noodles specifically. The noodles consumed by Mayor MacDonald last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience, the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? So, yep, synths have taken over, in a way of speaking. Ooh, Diamond City Market, nice. But yep.
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
Mm-hmm. The mayor's secretary. Come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You
Newcomer,
wouldn't be
huh?
able to
Oh,
tell
thank you. I'm trying to
have it at the wall
You
if
Nick
you want a history
McDonough,
lesson.
with your razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Hey, who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the common.
Yep, so we got a bunch of people around here.
Oh yeah, relax with some cans.
Swatters, right here. Let's go. Bashes in the Commonwealth.
I'm not trying to talk over some of this stuff, but so many people are fucking here. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hi. You read the paper? Damn synths. Hiding among us.
Yep, so now these people are terrified after that incident. There are synths hiding among them, and they don't know who to trust anymore. So, we saw the obviously robotics with synths at the ARC check, but here, as they've been said, oh yeah, by the way, if this is red, we can, that means if we take it, people will be mad at us, so don't do that. But yep, but now it's kind of like how, I think his name, I forgot his name, was it Hawk? It was something like that. Falcon? I forget his fucking name from Fallout 3, who was in Rivet City, but as you can tell, he was a synth as well, and he didn't even know that he was one because he was so close to being human. Anyway, we'll go down the marketplace for a second.
You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium, and two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseball bats, and the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
True fact, guys. Yep.
Look, dumbass, that's not how
That's not what I meant to say.
Mr. Smarty Pants? Yeah, if you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
We gotta be funny, more violent.
The teams would also beat the spectators to death. That's how the term spectator sport got started.
I like my version better. Now, can I interest you in these genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatters?
Yeah.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
The genuine articles.
So, yep, this guy particularly has a lot of the melee stuff in this game, so come to him for melee weapons. I honestly need a really good one, because I don't think my wrench is going to be handling it. Yeah, let's see how powerful is my wrench? 24 ain't bad. But as you can see, these ones here are a little bit better, though this one does have the whole event of crippling the target's legs. Alright.
So thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Cola. Need a Nuka-Cola.
Dear God. Your friend. He's not one of them super things, is he?
So, no. Strong, definitely not. Alright, going down the list.
New guy, am I right?
The new guy?
Word kinda travels fast in Diamond City.
Yeah, super fast. I literally showed up here a few minutes ago.
Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
So you know weapons, huh?
Listen, I can sell you guns, swords, whatever. And they'll keep you alive for sure. But the real secret is in the mods. The little personal touches.
I can agree.
Scope, expand the clip size, whatever. You spend time with your gear, and you'll have the right answer to every problem. Anyway, let's get back to you and what kind of protection you need.
Let's see what you got.
Feel free to test the grips.
And this is our weapons guy. You'll probably be coming to him often for getting your hands on good chunk of armor and weapons. Yep, good stuff. He also has shipments of things as well. I didn't realize that these things had no weight to them. So yep, you can just buy these things and then you can... I think you carry them with you, but once you drop them off in your town, they go everywhere. Ooh, a power armor frame as well. What is it? Wait, what? What's a power armor frame? I was just thinking maybe this is one of like the workbenches for the power armors, but no, that's not it. He also has the mini nuke unique big boy. Shoots an additional projectile. So yep, you shoot two mini nukes for the price of one. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yep.
Diamond City surplus. Everything you need. You? I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
Why?
Because I don't know you, and I will not serve a synth pretending to be human. So are you human?
One of my absolute favorite things was oh wait.
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
That's just what a synth would do, ducking the question. We don't serve your kind here.
Are you being serious?
I said we don't serve your kind here, you synth. Trying to tell me you're human now?
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough, but I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right. We can do business, but no funny stuff.
One of my absolute fucking favorite jokes somebody made with this.
Don't call it junk.
Yeah, she hates the word junk. But, oh, I guess she sells, oh yeah, she sells everything here, but particularly she sells junk. It is specifically junk. So, but anyway, one of my favorite jokes was somebody did for one of the edits was like, "You're not a synth, are you?" And then it had the main character. His face was modded to be the face of a synth, like a Terminator-looking synth. And it had the and I believe the character's name was Mr. Not a Synth. And he's like, "Human as day I was born." And I've always loved that. That shit was so funny. Anyway, if you come here with your power armor, you can come over here.
All your medicinal needs.
Oh, Chem dude.
Gem's right here for you, brother.
Did you say something about drugs?
That's right. All the chems you need to fill out your lifestyle. Balance you out. Everyone here buys from me. Sometimes security needs a little psycho, or an engineer needs some mentats. And heck, Rad X is plain universal.
I can agree with that.
I'll take a look, sure.
Check it out.
Alright, we'll take a look here. I've never come to this guy for chems, just because I never use chems in this game. Always afraid I'm gonna fuck myself up.
A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Oh, I wonder, can he actually do that?
Facial reconstruction? What's that?
It's Doc Crocker's specialty. If you're interested, talk to him about it. Just head through the door with our logo on it. Now, if you have an actual medical problem, speak up.
Alright, see Doc Croc about facial reconstruction. Treatment options.
So what kind of treatments are common around here?
Bandaging wounds and cleaning radiation exposure are the most common things you outsiders usually ask for. That and kicking a chem habit.
Yep, so we can come to him to cure us from stuff. I don't really need anything, so I'm good. So, yep.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. A combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Raiders, interesting.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing.
Interesting. And he does hair, and this guy does meats.
Hey, Scabber.
She does meats, my bad.
Meat on the hooks.
Wait, what kind of meat is this?
You never heard of Brahmin? Big, dumb, got 4 legs and 2 heads. They're the only cattle around. Everything's fresh from the Codman family farms. Sometimes you get weird stuff from the caravans too.
Weird stuff now.
Weird stuff? Weirder than 2-headed cow meat?
Yeah, Prince Charming. Weirder than that. Mirelurk bloatflies, rad stags. It's all protein, right? Ain't like you can be picky in the Commonwealth.
Radiated protein.
Let's see what you got.
Brahmin's fresh. Everything else, you're on your own.
Alrighty, why do you have... Wait, I love it when they just sell everything in their inventory, so they just have, oh yeah, here's all my ammo as well. Please buy it so you can rob me later with the same ammo. Never come to her either. Alrighty then, so where am I set up next? Am I set up next to go see this Valentine person? Let's see, where's it at? Yeah, go to Valentine, cool. And here's some miscellaneous stuff. Oh, explore this, explore that. You can pick them individually. Actually, you can pick more than one. But yeah, those are just supposed to be, it's not a full-on quest, it just gives you a marker so you don't have to, like, remember everything, which I do appreciate. But yeah, no, it's like, okay, so one critique I have of this game when it comes, I like the dialogue options, but I don't like the idea that it pushes you in certain directions. Like, for that guy over there, I was like, that's not how you play the game. You know, that's not the actual rules. What did I say? That's not how you play the game, dumbass. Like, oh shit. And there's so many times, too, where, like, you're exiting a conversation, and it ends up, like, you just want to be like, hey, you know, all right, well, thanks for the, you know, goodbye. It was nice talking with you. And instead, like, the character's like, well, I'm bored. I need to get out of here. Like, dude, that's so fucking rude. I don't know. That's the one thing I really don't like about this game, because it kind of breaks your immersion a bit. But anyway, we will definitely be exploring a lot in Diamond City. I'll try to do most of the quests. Again, I'll try to do the jerk options that I can remember for them, but if I end up missing out on them because you have to take a weird path, I apologize.
Need some custom hardware? We got a free workbench for all your modifications.
Thank you all for talking at the same fucking time. I can't hear anybody.
I ain't your friend, Scaver.
I heard from my cousin. He knows a guy that works for him. They got a code phrase and everything. Follow the freedom trail.
Alright, I'm getting out of here because I'm fucking tired of everybody talking at the same goddamn time. Like, I'm trying to follow a conversation. Alright, ooh. Are you Ms. Valentine?
Oh, Nick.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
What?
I didn't come here to get brushed off.
Well, you can take a seat and wait for the next Armageddon. Because the detective ain't coming back. He's gone missing.
Picture on milk carton time?
It's that simple, right? Nick disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Ooh, can I ask for money?
Hey, I'd love to help,
but there's a small matter of expenses.
Don't play games with me. I'll pay you if you find Nick, but it's going to be 100 caps. That's the reward, and it's not up for negotiation.
Aw, damn it. Alright, well, at least I'm getting my caps out of it.
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
I don't know much about him, but he's from Good Neighbor, and that means he's in the well-pressed suits and machine gun school of thuggery.
You said Malone's from Good Neighbor?
Yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Northeast a ways. People with power there care about two things: style and body count.
My kind of people.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing the
What?
old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
Why did Strong like that? That doesn't make it Strong. What the fuck is up with you? What do you mean I can't sleep in their bed? Let's see what we got around here. Stim packs, Nuka-Cola. I'd steal this stuff, but it's not like it's not like we'd get anything out of it. Alrighty then, well, before we can rescue our son, it turns out we have to rescue the detective. What do you do? What do you do?